Hello viewer. Welcome to Dokiza TV podcast. Today I want us to have a candid analysis of a subject that is of major concern to me and you, and that is goonism. I will look at three critical aspects: 1. The goon play; 2. Why government stays silent; and 3. People push back as their fear turns to fury. Finally, what is the way forward? Let's jump to it. The Goon Playbook: How Kenya's Political Class Weaponizes Chaos. Let's call a spade a spade. In Kenya, we've normalized a dangerous shadow army, goons. Not police, not lawful citizens, but hired fists. And the playbook is old, but it keeps getting updated. Rewind to 2023, when Raila Odinga, may he rest, called for maandamano. What happened? Pro-government operatives didn't just argue back, they unleashed goons to smash, loot, and burn, all to paint the demonstrators as violent. Classic move: manufacture mayhem, then blame the organizers. Then came Gen Z in 2024 and even 2025 Saba commemorations. Peaceful protesters, passers-by, traders, all attacked by goons walking shoulder to shoulder with police. Not rogue actors. A coordinated system. We've seen it at opposition church services, at rallies. Most recently, goons tried to block Rigathi Gachagua in Kabit. And last Sunday, April 26, in Kisumu's Nyaenda, they mobilized again, this time targeting Edwin Sifuna, Babu Owino, James Orengo. The goal? Sabotage. Intimidate. Control. And when leaders like Security PS Raymond Omalo, Senator Tom Ojienda, or MP Samuel Atandi get named as alleged orchestrators, the public takes note. Even the Southern Bypass chaos against DCP leader. Linked to Kabit MP Kamani Ichang'wah. This isn't random thuggery. It's a political technology.
Do we have to have a large group of people? The large is okay. But they must be large that are peaceful. If they're large and they're following us, we must be able to say no, and they stop. They stop. But you can't have a large. I did here what nobody here thought I would do, knowing how we've been together. I walked there to Senator Ojienda, and I asked him, these people came with you. Can you tell them to stop? To stop. Senator, were you able to stop them? They nearly killed my son.
And the unspoken alliance. Here's the part that makes your blood boil: the total, almost theatrical reluctance by police and the state to act against goons. Think about it. When Vihiga Senator Godfrey Osatsi is grievously assaulted, where are the arrests? When worshippers at Othaya's Wetima PCA Church, a house of God, are attacked alongside opposition leaders, where's the justice? Silence. Inaction. And silence, my friends, is endorsement. The public is not stupid. Kenyans are concluding what the evidence screams: some leaders inside the so-called broad-based government are the real paymasters. They hire the goons, then wear suits and talk about law and order. The money used to buy these thugs, where does it come from? Not from public coffers. Or maybe yes, laundered through proxies. But here's the killer: by refusing to arrest known goons, the state signals impunity. It tells every hired thug, you have a license to terrorize, as long as you target our political enemies. Meanwhile, genuine rallies, like the United Opposition or ODM's Linda Mwananchi wing, are attended by citizens on their own volition. No bribes. No free chai. Just conviction. And those citizens are now fighting back, overwhelming the goons. That's the shift. That's the new Kenya. Now we come to the most interesting aspect: the people push back, from fear to fury. And this is where hope enters. Because for years, goons worked because of fear. A few dozen hired men with clubs could disperse hundreds. But lately, the public has lost patience. We are seeing something beautiful, good overwhelming evil. Why should we let arrogant politicians, who refuse to articulate their agenda, use violence to shut down debate? These leaders are too lazy, too cowardly to win arguments. So they hire muscle. But the public is now saying, we are the employers. We pay taxes. We vote. And we refuse to be managed by thugs. The turning point was the Gen Z demos. Young people showed that moral authority beats brute force. They filmed goons. They named them. They shamed them. And slowly, the goons realized that the public is no longer running away, they're running towards them. That's a game changer. But it must continue. It must become a culture. Finally, ending goonism for good, here are practical steps and a new demand. So how do we end this cancer once and for all? First, let's name the root. Goonism thrives because accountability is dead. The same leaders who pay goons also control police promotions, security budgets, and even judicial appointments in some counties. So the old advice, report to police, is laughable. Instead, I am calling for 3 things. 1. Public shaming without mercy. Every goon identified on camera should have their face, name, and location posted online. Employers, families, neighbors must know. 2. Civil lawsuits. Victims of goon attacks should sue the political leaders who hire them. Kenyan law allows for vicarious liability. Let these MPs and officials spend their weekends in court. 3. A citizens' watchdog network, not political, just civic, that records, verifies, and publishes every incident of goonism. When there's data, there's pressure. But most importantly, we need a cultural shift. Politicians buy rallies because they know Kenyans are hungry. But the rise of unpaid, self-motivated attendees at opposition and Linda Mwananchi events proves that hunger is not the same as desperation. We, the public, must stop selling our dignity for 200 shillings and a soda. And we must boldly demand, where is the money for goons coming from? Show us the budget line. Show us the receipt. Until the cost of hiring goons becomes higher than the benefit, they will keep coming. But when every citizen becomes a resistance, unarmed but unafraid, goonism will die. Not by a new law, but by a new people. And that people is waking up. Let's keep them awake. With that, thank you for watching Dokiza TV podcast. Kindly hit the subscriber button there below, and if our work pleases you, click the likes and share buttons. We also welcome your comments.
The assault issue was the DCI circulated the pictures. As you said, some of them presented, 3 of them presented themselves. The rest of the 13 or 14 ran out of the country to the neighboring country. So, but the IG and the DCI are on them, working with the authorities in the neighboring country, and we will arrest all of them eventually.